Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Molly. It's been about a year and a half, it feels like, since I've last recorded a video, but I've been busy working and having fun, and I finally decided to finish this mini. Now this mini is going to be dedicated to the women in our family from across the generations, and it's just some beautiful vintage looking pages. It's kind of dark and moody. I swear the next album I'm due, I'm going to have fun with some color or something, because I'm just kind of sticking to the dark colors lately. But used a bunch of different papers. The vast majority of it is from the paper studio collection, or the paper company collection, that I got from one of the websites online, and I just love it. It's I think it's Memory Lane, and actually I'm saying online, I bought a good bit of it actually at Archivers as well. But anyway, here's the cover. Now the papers that I used here were from a Die Cuts with a View tablet that I got, but they'll go with the papers inside. I think you'll see them. This lace is something that I've, of course, dyed with Lindy's Stamp Gang to match the green color. And then the flowers are just various Prima flowers that I've collected up over the years. And then some real pretty vintage buttons that a sweetheart from work gave me, a good friend. And then, of course, these are some of the embellishments from the paper company. This is one of the little, cardstock stickers. I just taped it on something else and cut around it, and then of course popped it up on dots. This picture right here is actually my husband's grandmother. She passed away. His mother was born, and then she got pregnant again, and she passed away in the birth of that would have been the last child in the family, but unfortunately they both passed. So anyway, she was just a beautiful woman, and if you saw my sister-in-law today, take away the old hair, she's just the living embodiment of that sweet woman. Anyway, so just a little cameo button, a couple of Prima flowers, a piece of ephemera from the line, another pretty button. It's not actually a closure, I just wanted it to appear to be. And then of course I've used some of the Tim Holtz corner pieces there. So the binding that I used, I had kind of hinted at before, was from the Laura, let me see if I can lift this up a little bit, was something I learned from Laura Dennison on Following the Paper Trail, and it's called the Stack the Deck binding method that she uses. If you have not seen her tutorial, it may be worth your time to see it. It is just a really easy, simple binding. I love how the pages flow and you don't see the binding at all. The only thing that I did different than what she showed us how in those videos, I was a little worried about, of course, the weight of the pages, and of course I'm doing some flaps and some flips and things like that, so I was a little worried about the weight of the papers. So the only thing I did different was I actually took an old pillowcase, which would be a light broadcloth fabric. I cut it a little bit littler than the pieces that you use on the Stack the Deck, and I ran them through my Xyron machine, and I attached that fabric, that lightweight broadcloth, to the back of these things, so that if the paper were to give away, I would still have the fabric, which is kind of like a bookbinding tape or so weight. I just used the Xyron. So it didn't give it much weight, but it gave it the ability, I think, not to tear or wear out quite as easily over the years. This is a vintage book, and I expect, hopefully, to pass it down. Let me see if I can work around my tripod legs. Okay, these pages right here, don't use a little scissor charm, pretty flowers. This is one of the Prima, kind of a mirrored piece that they had, and then, of course, lots of Prima bling on there. And isn't that little thing pretty? Okay, and then here's the paper line, and I'll try to look it up and then have the name of the line posted for you. But this is one of the things I like. Guys, this book is big, if you can see my hand. And I'll measure it and put the measurements down there afterwards, but I'm thinking it's at least 8 by, let's see, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 9 by something like that. A big page. I happen to like big pictures, so I want to have plenty of room to put it, and of course you can't cover up that kind of stuff. You'll see the Prima bling across the bottom and across the top, and then this page lifts up, and let me see if I can get a good picture of it. Something's falling off my front, on my little page on the front. Okay, so this page lifts up, and again you can see how big that is. There's room to tuck the picture behind here, and then this page right here, let me move up, you'll see how big it is, and of course these things lift up so that you can put the paper behind it. Isn't that just really pretty paper? Okay, so that's one page. I'll need to reattach this thing. It's glossy and it keeps wanting to fall off. I'll have to give in and use glue. Okay, here's the next page, and you can see where it's family heirlooms printed on the page, real pretty brown page. Used some old silk flowers that I had layered on a a paper flower that I made, some Prima bling, and then just a pretty old charm that I bought off an eBay shop, a little bit of fiber, and then see how this lifts open. Let me get this piece out of the way, I'll reattach it later. And you can see, again, how large that is. You can see where a 5x7 even would fit in there, certainly 4x6s. This piece right here, let me see if I can, I don't know if you can see it, but this piece right here is a transparency from the ephemera pack, and it's got typing across there. This is another piece that I've had for a while. Sticker, flowers, again, Tim Holtz clock. This is one of the ephemera pieces from the line, and isn't that pretty? And so you see how big it is. Here's a key page. Not much going on there, but you can see that that's a lot of real estate for pictures. Okay, coming across to here, isn't that paper pretty with the different little prints on it? Again, a silk flower that I had, and I just put a little silk flower in the middle, a pretty piece of bling, a key. But look how big these mats are on the inside of this thing. Isn't it pretty? I'm saying pretty, the paper, I mean. This is a piece from the Prima Printery, a different line, but the colors went so well. So you can see where that's going to be a big place for either multiple pictures or one nice large portrait picture. So they've got those pockets built in there. Okay, here's the next page. And this is a beautiful Delft blue. I don't know if it's showing, just a real old-fashioned looking blue. You can see the film strip. This was, of course, from the little cardstock sticker line that came with it. Got a couple of pretty little flowers, and then let me see if I can go in a little bit. You can see again some of the metal pieces that came with the line. This was a little piece of a flourish, Tim Holtz Grunberg, and I just painted it with the Lindy Stamp Gang. You can see the flower underneath there, the same color, pretty green and brown color. Okay, let me see if I can go out a little bit more. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sorry, backwards. Okay. And then, let me see if I can get a little bit more backwards. Okay, and then this next page, I'm sorry this is at a bad angle. This piece lifts out, so you've got a chance for lots of big 4x6 pictures there. You've got a chance for a picture here, and see this is kind of one of the main pages from the line. And you see that it's got like the epoxy finish on some of the words. So that pocket was that deep, and then this pocket, if you lift out, look how big that is. See how pretty that's going to be? Isn't that a cute little charm I got from one of the eBay shops online? So this is just a real big nice thing. I have not done the back of it, nor have I done the back of there, but I'm thinking the black is going to be, I'll be happy with that. So nice big pocket pages for some good sized portraits in there. And then you see keys to the past. So it was just a real pretty paper line. Again, here's one of the pages, the papers from the line. I don't know how I'm going to cover that up. And then, of course, you may recognize that. It's from a different line, same company, but just a different line. Anyway, so that's a nice big mat to have real estate. Here's the next page. Here's where you get to see kind of the color of the line as well. Now, this piece lifts out, of course, but it is where you can put a picture. I've got the doily down, where things will go behind it. There's a stamp from... This ephemera package actually, I think, this piece of ephemera actually came from the new line. Oh, good Lord, I'm having a memory lapse here of Kaiser Craft. And it was that Sweet Harmony line that was just so pretty with the flowers and all. And Prima flower. And then, of course, some of the Prima doilies there that are so cute. This next page had a little bit more color. I just made one little tag that'll slip in here, but my thought was that we could put in, I have some old newspaper articles or things that I want to put in with the pictures as well. And then this was just a collection of flowers and leaves. This flower I cut from the Tim Holtz tattered floral thing, die. This piece right here came from Joann's out of their gardening section. It was a package with some little metal charms in it, and they say home, enjoy, life, family, different things like that, but they were real cute. And then you can see where I've Lindy Stamp Gang, some little flower pieces, and just, I hope you can see this glitter on there. This is, of course, from Hobby Lobby, one of their spare parts, metal flowers. It's so pretty. And then just another piece of that, and then just some pretty little bling and stuff on there. Oh, And then my little tag fell out. Okay, and then you turn the page here and go back to the brown colors. And to liven it up just a little bit, I put a, you can see that from the Steampunk Debutante. Now this, I did kind of just go over it and over and over it with the vintage photo piece, just as light as I could to kill off the whiteness of that, so that it would match a little better. And then here's another page from the paper line. Isn't that so cute? I mean, that's just really cute. And then, of course, here's another one of the Lindy Stamp Gangs. I mean, the Prima Flower pieces, you know, from their essentials. And then I've just sprayed them with Lindy Stamp Gang to get that pretty color. One of the metal pieces from the line. And then just tucked a little blue fiber behind it. Kind of a modesty piece for her. Yeah, whatever. Okay, anyway, but to try to bring across that blue there. And then this is another page with the big old mat in it. So, next page, I'm just going to really enjoy running those copies. This next page, isn't this paper cute? No, that's just too cute. I actually have some pictures of some of my female ancestors in cute hats like that and things, so I like that page. This next page I added just a little color to. Again, one of the pieces of ephemera. That's what I'm having trouble with, these glossy ones. I'm having trouble sticking them down. I'll have to use glue. I like tape, but I guess I'll have to use my glue. And then, of course, you can see some Prima flowers and pretty pieces. Let's see what that is. Just another pretty piece of metal I've had. This pretty flower right here came from a sweet lady up from the cat condo. She has a cute YouTube website and all, and that was something I won from her, and I love it. If you can see the clock on this page. And then this flips out. Again, here's one of the pretty, you know, kind of cardboard or chipboard pieces. A Prima flower and some bling. Some of the pretty paper, but isn't that a nice big spread? Let me see if I can go out. I mean, can you imagine sitting together on the sofa with your family and looking at all those pretty pictures of the women that brought you here today, so to speak. So that was pretty. And then the last pages, so it's very simple. It's throughout the years. Nice brown. Of course, this is where I, you know, just have used a Martha Stewart punch here. And then I've dyed some flowers. You know, Lindy Stamp Gang, some flowers on the back. Wonderful metal. Of course, you'll recognize this as a Webster Pages cameo, which I love. Another Tim Holtz piece. And then this butterfly, I think, is Anna Griffin. And then one more card. Just a very simple book. And you can see where that glossy piece fell off of there. See, it was glued even, so that's where I'm having trouble keeping it on. But I'm going to get it. I may have to brad it down or something. We're going to figure that out. It's not a problem. But anyway, I love the book so far. I can't wait to get some family portraits in there. But thank you, Laura Dennison, for your wonderful technique on how to bind this thing. I think this has become one of my favorite new binding techniques. I'll make a couple of books, make sure they hold together, and then I'll get carried away probably making a bunch more. Thank y'all so much for watching. Sorry this was so simple and plain, but just really enjoyed it. Now, just to give y'all a heads up, I am, not to bore you to death, but I did look at my subscription count right before I got on here, and I was like at 918 or something, 918, which is just amazing to me. I haven't checked for a while, but getting close to 1,000, so there's a lot of wonderful new spring lines out and things, so I will be doing a contest for a giveaway as I approach the 1,000 count mark. So just keep your eyes and ears posted for that. And I've got some other things on the table I'm working on. Hopefully I won't be as long between filming. So ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for watching this, if you hung with me, and I hope you like it. It's a pretty vintage book, and just if you like it, leave a comment. Thank you so much. Hope y'all are having fun scrapping. Bye.